Him finish talking.
The chemistry is rather similar, so it's not at all surprising that people who took these drugs quite often would develop immune suppression. So the drugs became something that you did together with a group of friends, or going out became...
Really? Is that something you did? I did not know that.
Part of the way that our social lives were...
Social life, and the word social is so CIA. I am also antisocial. This is what is in my medical reports. I am antisocial. You damn right. I am anti-CIA. I am so anti-CIA. But he is pink. This is what they did. They did drugs. The people in my neighborhood did drugs too. After they hypnotized our people to bring in the drugs and for our people to think that they would become rich. Like in America or RIC, they will become rich and be like the pink people and have things and move away or whatever, but they will have more than the rest of us, and I guess they can look down their nose at us like pink people do. That's why pink people live in high rises, so they can look down their nose at the rest of us. Now his name is Edward, and they may not know it, but I am just saying these things because I like playing with words. But ed is some form of education. Remember, they even talked about like self-awareness, AIDS education, and things like that. But there is war. There is a war going on. His name also almost looks like anger. So there is a war that is going on. He is HIV positive. Now, he is HIV positive, right? Now the phone needs to be charged. But I am on it, and I am plugging the battery down. Speaking of Dick Cheney on the battery needs to be charged. Anyway, there is a war going on, and he positive since 1984, on mad since 1996. What made him go from 84 to 96? Let me see if he will tell me. Miami. There goes Miami again. I tell you, Florida. Florida is where their ship is, and I know it sounds crazy. But Florida is where their ship is. And they do a lot of things to people in Florida, in Miami mostly. They will fuck your ass over in Florida. I am here to tell you. There's the word again, gay. Set up for gay men. KINsey syndrome. Pulsating.
Go up in the balcony and just have all sorts of wild, anonymous sex.
Why? Why would you want to go out on a balcony and have all sorts of wild, anonymous sex? Why? KINsey syndrome. He is pink and his parents are part of it. His parents were in it possibly the same way he is in it. But Kathy O'Brien says, no, I am not going to have part of that, and I refuse the things you did to me out of love, and you abused me, and she is telling.
For, robbers and that sort of thing, and we formed this little subculture of where sex was, we took it on as like a recreation.
Sex is a recreation. What the fuck is wrong with these cavemen Neanderthals? That is what they did in the cave. They just did not have a word for it. Now they want to call it recreation. A recreation of what? A recreation of the things they do. The things they did when they were in the caves. Because they are Neanderthals. They cannot help it. They cannot help it.
I was treated for gonorrhea, I've had 5 times, chlamydia maybe twice,
wow.
Syphilis once, anal warts, let's see, what else?
Really? He had all these things and wanted to be gay. I can see his T whatever cells all fucked up. Some of them I can see. You take all these drugs, I can see your cells to be fucked up. And now you say it and you say it with a smile. And you are bald-headed. Like an alien. Like a Martian. My bad, like a Martian. Bald-headed like a Martian. Like my favorite Martian. His antennas probably will come up at any time. Maybe he used glasses or used as antennas, who knows. But he had all of these things. And he is confessing to them. Somehow when he was young, someone taught his brain cells these things, to do these things, and he does not know. I wonder if they even know about the KINsey syndrome. And he turns his head away as he tells us these things. I don't blame him. I would turn my head away too.
Crabs, like you wouldn't believe this.
Wow, crabs. Crabs. Did you see his lips? It is as though he had none. His too. He just has a little shape to his.
Worse than with heterosexuals because of anal sex. The organisms.
The shit. You are sticking your dick in shit. If I want a shitty deal, I will fuck my mama. And I am not going to do that because I do not want a shitty deal. But these people are going inside shit. And now they have pictures and videos and things like that. They come on Facebook. They come down on Facebook. A woman who has her face in a man's ass. She is licking a man's ass. So now you have shitty lips and mouth. Wow, you guys are nasty. All from CROWley's diaries and the KINsey syndrome. They tell you the KINsey syndrome, but whose diaries did he get this shit out of? It should be the CROWley syndrome. But CROWley needs to stay invisible because he is dead anyway. But yeah, he lives on. But he remains invisible. And they want to tell me that it is KINsey syndrome. It is CROWley syndrome. A way of putting you under mind control and hypnosis. They also can have it where you see things, and it is not there. I forget the name of what that is right now.
That are spread through anal sex live outside the body for long periods of time. And if you've got...
The word is hallucinations. I know someone who gets V2K. Not only does this person get V2K, because there's a possibility we all get V2K. Amy brought that up, and me and her, we talked about that. And I thought about it. We all possibly do have V2K. We just do not have the hallucinations with the V2K. Like if someone is talking, we do not see them on the side or they do not touch us. But someone else does talking out here sometimes. If you have a negative thought about someone that has not did anything to you, then that is them. And then they will move you to do some stupid stuff. You know, like kill your babies. You know, she's 6 weeks old, you shoot her head with a gun. Your baby is 6 weeks old, you take a gun and blow her brains out. And then say the TV told you to do it. Wow, that is so awesome. Because they're so heartless.
Everybody having 200 or so partners per year, what you created is a situation that's very similar to third world countries where water is contaminated by feces. And so we're having this.
The water is contaminated by shit.
In San Francisco and New York and many gay urban areas, we have third world.
Many gay urban areas. The water is filled with shit. Why? Because now, when they bathe, they are washing shit off their dick. It's not just us shitting in the toilet and it goes down. Now shit is coming off people's bodies. All around their mouths. I read a book. I don't remember the name of the author. But the guy in the book, he used to go to the store for the old man upstairs. And the old man upstairs began to fuck him in the ass as a child. So he grew up thinking he was gay. So what brought him out of that is one day he wake up and he has shit all around his mouth. He has shit all over him. And the person who all this shit comes from, was not there. Iceberg Slim, he wrote those books. Iceberg Slim, he wrote about real truth. He may have embellished, put a little myth in there, but he wrote about things that were really, really happening. Like he wrote about some twins. One of the twins had her breast cut off, some form of a ritual or something. And I know, and she was a prostitute also. I also know someone, she was a prostitute, and when they found her in a plastic bag, her breasts were cut off. So the things he talked about in that book actually were happening. Some of these things happened around me, maybe before I read the book, and most of the things that were in the book happened after I read the book. Read the books. I read many of Iceberg Slim books.
Dysentery was endemic in San Francisco. What?
In San Francisco. A lot of these things are happening in Florida, California, and New York. I know Florida has more mind control, although California has more Gwen Towers. California has 5 Gwen Towers. The technology today is hooked up to Aleister Crowley's diaries to become gay. Now, they fool and trick us, and also they know how to use the words, the Babylon words. They know how to use it as the science of Armageddon against us. And also the towers. Now, you have Aleister Crowley / KINsey syndrome with Aleister Crowley / KINsey syndrome, but you also have to say Aleister Crowley / Timothy Leary in order to equal what is really going on now. Now there is AIDS. Now everyone is so gay. Timothy Leary also brought about gayism. If you ever see the movie Men Who Stare at Goats, that movie will show you that they're trying to snatch it out. That movie will show you Timothy Leary. Although the man's name is not Timothy Leary, and I do not remember what his name is in the movie, but he is Timothy Leary. He hangs out with people where he came up as the word hippies. Reason for that, I won't get into it right now. And he also came about after they say he found some information, knowledge on Aleister Crowley, like his diaries, but he did not find them. They were passed down to him. And he began to use it in the universities up there in Berkeley, California. That's why there are 5 Gwen Towers here. He knows he is a part of that. Man, you do not know. People do not know all the shit. All this shit ties in together. They are all pink people. But I am the one that is delusional. But they are the ones who are giving you your beliefs. They will even tell you that they believe. They will say they are writing this. They say, I believe this and that. I believe that this and that is that and this. That way, you will stay in your belief too. They are lying to us, always lying to us. They're making money. One of them even said, I think his name was Phil Pot, or one of them. They even said that they do this. Why? Financially, money. Because they need to remain rich with their money. Because they are poor and they live in poverty in their mind. Their brain cells are poverty stricken. They do not never know how to do right. They do not know how.
There were epidemics of dysentery both in San Francisco and New York. I remember a number of friends talking a lot about diarrhea, just diarrhea all the time. And
well, if someone is fucking you in your ass, wouldn't you have diarrhea all the time? They're going in there, they're heating it up, they're stirring it up. So of course you will have diarrhea all the time. But this shit is due to Aleister Crowley, the magician, the best actor ever, the best magician, and the best screenwriter player. And now they're all doing it. And when they do these screenwrites, don't think this shit is just on TV. They are screenwriting for our minds. They are eating on our minds. They do it through our ears. The signals come through your ears. Are you ever in the house and you hear one sound? Say if you hear the refrigerator running, you know it is the refrigerator running. And then all of a sudden, the refrigerator will stop running and now you hear another sound, like a ringing, because they are messing with our ears. With all their antennas, the Martians are doing this and lying to us and making people gay.
Lots and lots of painters. A friend of mine has cut my hair and who I'd had sex with, most of my friends had had sex with, got KS and died very suddenly. And that was immediately put into a context of other gay men dying in New York and some articles coming out of the gay press describing that. And it seemed like the ones who died first all had some characteristics in common that I didn't share. So I felt relatively safe. And I wasn't surprised because I knew that we had been pushing things to the limit with our drug use and our sexuality. I would hear about people dying a lot.
And his name is Reginald. Okay, he has a different name. Wix. I can still play with his name. There is bi. I wonder if he is bisexual. Now they are throwing all these AIDS victims in my face. All these gay victims because they are TIs. Some of them are survivors because they have survived the shit, but they are still they are still gay and they do not know why. They think that is what they want to do or that is how they just are. Now he votes.